Hello there, how are you? What's going on? What the flick? Christy, Alonzo, and Matt.
Yes, that was my pump fake because I thought I was introing,
no,
but
you're
I'm not.
describing it.
Right, I'm describing.
Yes,
I don't know.
You are.
So Happy Death Day stars. Now I have to look
Jessica
her up.
Rothe.
Jessica Rothe as a girl named Tree, short for Teresa.
Katrina?
Katrina.
I think it's Teresa.
Teresa.
Or just she's got hippie parents and they named her Tree.
Short for Jennifer. Tree wakes up after a raucous night out in a dorm room, wakes up to a young man named Carter, and does the walk of shame back to her sorority house and goes through her birthday, and at the end of it gets killed and then wakes up again. Same dorm room, same guy, same day. It's like Groundhog Day, but a college teen slasher. Let's watch the clip over and over again.
Oh, hey, you're up.
Am I in a dorm room?
Yeah, I folded your pants for you.
Great.
Dude, did you hit that or what?
Maybe you should switch to water next time.
Super helpful.
Don't be late to your party tonight.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Tree, happy birthday.
You scared me.
Hey, you're up.
Happy birthday.
I've already lived through this day.
Somebody's gonna kill me tonight.
So you can hear now.
Is everything okay?
This was fun.
It's fun.
I like this movie.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, it's it is. I think if you're going to make a PG-13 slasher movie and you can't bleed much, you might as well make it a comedy.
There's blood.
There's a little bit.
Stabbed and shot.
Yeah, but okay, all right. Case in point, somebody gets shot like 3 times and then no blood on the wall, falls to the ground. There's like a little. I mean, so that's what kind of blood we're talking about.
And it's also, like when we talk about blood, it's similar to, I think a lot of these scenes come off gorier than they actually are, similar to the iconic Psycho shower scene, right? Like you see, it oftentimes blacks out before anything actually happens.
Right.
So you see blood swirling down the drain. You don't see here, yeah.
You're mentally at it. There's more actual blood on MTV's Scream, I think.
But I like this movie a lot. Look, like you kind of, it does do some things, is it mining familiar territory that we've seen in Groundhog Day and
Day After Tomorrow.
Edge
of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Live, Die, Repeat,
Right.
which is now called
Edge of Tomorrow.
And Before I Fall, which we
Before I
talked
Fall.
about, which is the same movie in high school where the girl gets killed at the end of the day and keeps living her day over.
But it's a drama.
But yeah, that's a drama.
But
we have to learn things.
I think the cast here is really good, and I think that there's just enough of a wink at the audience that it plays with some ideas. And this is a movie that is just self-aware enough, but it's not really obvious how self-aware it is, and so you're kind of along for the ride, and I liked that a lot. So there's, at one point as she's going through her various days, kind of doing the detective work, they have fun with that. And this is a movie that, it's a fun horror movie. This is, the kind of movie that you go and see with some friends and you're talking back at the screen as Miss Christie may have done at one point.
It's a slumber party horror movie.
It is.
And that's not a bad thing.
No.
They're allowed to exist.
And yeah, it does some things we have seen a lot. Like as she goes through the day over and over again, she comes to expect the beats of things happening in front of her. So she's like, sprinklers, you're gonna fall over or whatever it is. And we've seen that in Live, Die,
Groundhog
Repeat.
Day.
We've seen it in Before I Fall. Yeah, but similar to Before I Fall, like where Zoe Deutsch realized that she is vapid and has these bitchy mean girlfriends and she needs to, connect with the sweet nerdy guy who's always loved her from afar in order to find true happiness and outlive her day, whatever. This is just like that, but in college. So again, like we've seen it done, but it's done as well as that was too.
And it's also, she needs to figure out who the killer is to avoid them and survive the day.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a little DOA in there too. She has to solve her own murder. And as it turns out, like her body feels the effects of all of these murders, so she's only got a certain number of lives before she doesn't wake up again,
Yeah, she weakens. Yes, this is directed by Christopher Landon.
Yes, a son of Michael. He wrote most of the Paranormal Activity movies.
Okay, yeah, this is a Blumhouse movie, right?
Yeah.
So it's in their wheelhouse of being scary, but also doing other genre stuff at the same time. Yes, I did yell at the screen. Let's talk about that.
Tell us why.
Because they totally needlessly trashed my sorority in it. Did you hear me yelling?
Yeah, I did, but I thought those were all. I thought those were fictional sororities. I thought those were fictional sororities.
Hers is Kappa Lambda Pi, Kappa Pi Lambda. That's fake. But then at one point she says something like, "Oh, go after the heifers at Delta Gamma." And I'm like, "Oh no, she didn't. We're cute. We're not heifers."
All right,
And
heifer.
at one point he
That's a
said,
real
I'll kill her myself. That was awesome. So
Anyway, I was mad.
lesson to all of us.
Yes,
I don't
never
know.
badmouth that.
Don't cross the Delta Gamma.
If I can bring everything, as I tend to do, back to the Hallmark Christmas movies, those guys know how to steal another movie and do it over again. Like there's a lot of them that are variant on The Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
right.
Also a lot of Groundhog Days. I have seen the Christmas Groundhog Day play out where they have to repeat the Christmas Eve over and over again until they get it right. So there is clearly like this is a whole subgenre at this point, and so this is sort of the Halloween version of that.
We all want the do-over, right? You
Yeah.
tweet something and there's a typo and you can delete it and retweet it, and then no one ever has to know, and the world keeps moving on. So anyway, I'm saying 6.9. It was fun, even though we've seen it before.
Yeah, I had 7. I was totally entertained.
I like this a lot. I think I liked it more than you guys did, but I'd had a couple of drinks ahead of time, so I give it an 8.
True. All right, so our number is 7.3. For some reason, it's only at 67% on the tomato meter. People are concerned
People
that
be
like,
tripping.
Right, people are like, oh, it's not scary. I'm not sure it's supposed to be scary.
There's enough jumps. There's enough.
There are some jolts, but yeah, it's more a
Right.
comedy, really.
So enjoy. Bye.